actually went for an early pressure in the last game. He went for the 4 gates and for some aggressive style. What else can he do? I mean, think about the most hardcore cheese you can think. What's possible? Fast Dark Templars, mass drones, whatever.
Hardcore cheese. You can do like 4 gate and pull all your probes, but I'm not sure if it will work. I think Grubby has to play a standard game, play the fastest expansion he can do, like 1 gate expand, then go for the pure gateway units with a lot of upgrades, but very, very early upgrades. Then go for the storms. That's my style. I deal with Kas, but I'm not sure if Grubby did practice it.
Okay, so you want him to go for a really, really fast expansion.
Yes.
And you've been talking to him earlier on when he defeated TLO. By the way, what have you guys been talking about? You talked obviously about the matchup, didn't you?
Yeah.
So about Grubby versus protoss in general, or?
No, Grubby asked me how to defeat the Banshee Marine thing. I said that he must have Colossi, and if he does a lot of Banshees, he must have Phoenixes as well. So that's just all we talked.
Okay, so well, we're just observing this game, and obviously we would like to see some additional matches between those two players. Grubby didn't look too good against Kas in the last games, though. He had some amazing scenes where he was just expecting his opponent to drop him, and he had Stalkers in the right positions, was able to take out the Medivacs with all the Marauders and Marines in there. But besides that, he has a lot of trouble adjusting to the play of Kas, and just the overall game of Kas is something that he is really struggling with. Line with Zealots or with Stalkers. He's scouting right now, and let's have a look at the main base of Grubby. He's actually going for the Cybernetics just about now, and we see a reactor as the first upgrade for one of the barracks in the main base of Kas, adding a second barracks as we speak.
I think Kas is going to do some early pressure. I think he's aware of that Grubby might do a 4 gate here, or he
probably will.
Yeah, and maybe
we already see the pylon for Grubby. So already placed it.
Already here. So this is going to be something very cheesy. I think 4 gate. No second gas by Grubby yet, so...
You don't like that a lot, do you?
Yeah, I don't like it. Kas is already ready for that.
Okay, so tell us why you don't like the single assimilator again.
Because if you don't have the second assimilator, you won't have enough gas to make a lot of sentries. And sentries are the key to fight with the Terran army. You have to split the army with the force fields, make the quadrant shield, and then you kill everything with Stalkers and Zealots. That's all you do with the sentries. So I think this is the key to fight with the Terran army.
Actually, Grubby's placing a Nexus right now, so he is playing Nexus, and
so that's actually good. He just plays that pylon maybe for the late game. He wants to see if there's any drop or maybe any Banshee coming up.
And Grubby is actually going for attack as well. He's going for gateway and a robotics. This is basically what Elfie did against TLO. Elfie went for a fast expand, went for a really, really fast robotics directly after the first warp gate, and he played very, very little units. So Grubby with kind of a ballsy play, and if Kas scouts it and starts to attack, then Grubby will be in a lot of trouble, as he doesn't have any units to defend against him.
But still, he doesn't have Kas. Now Kas is going to move out with 8 Marines, 2 Marauders, and 2 SCVs. This is going to be a lot of trouble for Grubby, because he's making warp gates just right now, and he does have only 2 Stalkers, 1 Zealot, and only 1 gateway to make any defense. And now robo facilities done, so he might do an immortal, but he doesn't have enough gas for that, and he cancels the Nexus.
Yeah, he canceled the expansion after he scouted the push with his
that's not the right decision.
You reckon?
Yeah, because Nexus has 2000 HP, so he could have done a lot of units before the Nexus was killed, so he could have defended that.
Okay, so now we have Kas going for contain, throwing down the first bunker. Grubby going for Zealots. Let's have a look at the army supply. It's on 18 versus 22, 28, 25 workers right now. And Grubby is warping in a Zealot. He's warping in a Zealot at the pylon and just trying to sneak into the main base of his opponent. And Kas will scout that. He's scouting the Zealot right now, so he knows about it. There's already a 1 bunker in place. And yeah, Grubby being able just to... Yeah, well, what does he do? He can't actually kill the Marine. That's not an effort. So, well, taking out the bunker, only losing shield. I'm placing the Nexus down once again.
Now Grubby is making observer. He needs to scout main of Kas, because Kas is making 3 racks right now. The sim is almost done. and orbital command, the second orbital command is almost is just started right now, and Kas is in a good position right now, but Grubby has a lot of units actually, and the aggressive pylon, so he could have done any pressure right now, but he has only one sentry, and I'm not sure if that's enough to deal with the Terran army, really.
Well, as Tillerman would say, the Terran army is always stronger than your army. Have you played Warcraft 3? Do you know who Tillerman is?
No, actually no. I
Well,
don't.
the ROC veterans amongst you will know what I'm talking about, and hopefully appreciate it. Let's hear the unit count, 29 to 33 right now in the probe count, and we have 1 Immortal for Grubby as well, 6 Marauders, 70 Marines so far. And he's going for the Colossi straight away, adding those 2 assimilators and producing more probes. Kas going for the combat shield by now, so Kas going for the combat shield and adding this factory. Right about now, he's still on 1 gas, by the way.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I think he has to place the second gazer right now, since he put the factory right now, and Kas is actually moving out, and Grubby has only few zealots and few stalkers, 2 sentries and 1 immortal in the army, and now this, the 5th zealot, and the Colossus is just started right now. I'm not sure if Grubby will defend it without the Colossi. He has to take his time, force through the army, kill the 3 units, and then fight with the Colossi.
And right now the Terran player is moving in, and nice force fields by Grubby, not able to block the whole thing though. And amazing, he's splitting the army, he's totally splitting that army and enabling himself to put some pressure on the Terran units, but still now sandwiched from 2 sides. Grubby is actually in not too shabby of a position. He has to defend his expansion though, and he doesn't do that at all. He's pulling back all those drones, and the Marauders will maybe even be able to take out the Nexus. He's just running back, trying to attack, take out those units of the Terran player and defending his base as well. The Colossi is out, is immediately taking position in the fight, and now Kas losing all his units to this defense of Grubby. That looked pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think Kas is ahead a little bit right now, because Grubby did lose a lot of probes actually, and Grubby is now moving forward. Well, Kas doesn't have that much army right now. He has only 3 Raxes, and well, let's see how the fights will go.
Yeah, actually, Grubby is just trying to position his army now, and he's retreating a little bit again. I mean, he did really well at defending against that push. Was there anything else he could have done? He was able to split the army in half, tried to take...
I think he could have done just better force fields. He did 4 force fields, but you need like only 3 to split the army perfectly. But you know, you have to take the decision just very quickly, and there's nothing you can do perfectly.
In the meantime, we have 80 supply for Grubby, 85 for Kas already. Grubby trying to block the choke with a force field, and right now taking out another SCV. He's playing really cautious. He's playing really cautious. He knows he doesn't have the extended thermal lens upgrade just yet, so he's waiting for exactly that to happen. Kas already getting the first Vikings out on the map in order to defend against the colossal play of his opponent.
And the starport is just producing the first air units, and there's the 1 Viking and 1 Medivac from Kas, and now Grubby has 2 Colossi, 1 Immortal, few sentries, and some Stalkers. Not many Zealots though, and well, what he can do right now? I think Grubby should have taken the expansion and make some upgrade, because he has only 3 gateways, and he's still making Colossi. He has to secure the expansion and start to make upgrades, because in the later stage of the game, Kas will be ahead. And he doesn't have a lot of workers. He's on 38 workers now against 57. That's quite against 55. Sorry. So there's a huge amount of workers for Kas right now, and he's a lot better in economy. Kas trying to repair his factory, the SCV being taken out the factory as well, and now is Grubby moving in, is placing the first force field. Here's the Guardian Shield and 2 Vikings, but from 2 sides, Kas is actually approaching the army of his opponent. Grubby trying to rescue those Colossi. One of them is dying, the second one is being killed as well, and Grubby dropping in supply. Kas still on 90, Grubby on 60, trying to retreat. But Kas just moving in, he will be able to stim again, taking out all these Stalkers, and now opting for the Colossus as well. Grubby lost his entire army, and this is just a brutal blow to the Protoss. Oh, this is the wrong timing to take the expansion right now. Grubby taking the expansion. I think, yeah, he's desperate right now. He lost the entire army, and Kas is actually doubling him in the supply count, so this is actually pretty bad for Grubby right now, as Kas is making another expansion right now, and well, Grubby has only 3 sentries, 4 zealots right now. The Colossus is going to pop out very soon, but Kas is in a good position right now.
So we have another gateway being placed by Grubby. In the meantime, he's adding more Colossi, but I have to admit that I don't think he will be able to take that game. Kas once again with an amazing performance against Grubby. Of course, Grubby may not be able just to compete with players on that level, but he was able to defeat TLO. He was able to beat him 2-1, and this is quite a nice tournament for Grubby so far. It's his first offline experience in StarCraft 2. Kas is just a little bit better than Grubby right now, and I am actually wondering, I would like to see that game in about 2 months again, 2 or 3 months. But for the time being, Kas is just the superior player, as we can see. He's moving in for the final fight. Grubby trying his best to defend. Here are the force fields. He's losing another Colossi, only one of the Viking side, one on the Viking side. And well, what can I say? We have 130 supply against 76. The Colossus is about to die again, and here comes the force of the Terran army. Here come the Marauders, take out all the Stalkers, and exactly anytime soon. Here comes Grubby with a nice game, but Kas able to take the series 3-0. Very well done. Kas wins the second semifinal and is facing MC in the overall final of the Copenhagen Games.